first, rumours are swirling that Chloe Szep and Mitch Orval have broken up again. The influencer couple, who've been together for over a decade, got engaged in 2024 and share 2 young kids together. Now, Kate, what sparked these rumours?
Well, followers have noticed that the pair are no longer following each other on social media, which is often a telltale sign that something has gone on behind the scenes. Eagle-eyed followers also spotted that Chloe is no longer wearing her engagement ring. She's also removed the term fiancé from her Instagram bio and unpinned the reel announcing their engagement. It also appears she's removed some photos with Mitch from her profile, so people are wondering if she's potentially blocked him.
It sounds like something nasty's gone on, because you don't just go and unfollow the father of your children and delete photos. If this was some kind of amicable breakup, you would remain friends.
I also think there's an added element that they're in the public eye. So people are going to notice these things. It's like she almost wants people to know that they're not together.
Despite all of this going on behind the scenes, Mitch has been active on socials. So on Sunday, he shared that he and his sons were visiting someone in hospital, and Mitch made a comment to the boys that, "Oh, this is the hospital that you were born in." He then later shared a quote that said, "The pain of what you're feeling is nothing compared to the joy that's coming. No matter what shit situations happen, something good is coming."
To me, this is even more confirmation that they aren't together anymore and that Mitch is in a troubling spot. Chloe's behaviour is sort of reminiscent of Jules Neal's to a smaller scale, because I know it might not sound like a big deal to unfollow someone on social media, but when you are a prominent influencer, this is a huge sign to your followers. Hey, we're not together. We're not friends. Something has gone on.
The awkward thing about it was only a few weeks ago that Chloe was singing the praises of marriage counselling. So it seems like that isn't going well.
Yeah, we spoke about that a couple of weeks ago because it appeared to be this undisclosed ad, and she said at the time she believed every couple needs to have marriage counselling just before or after they have kids. She also said that she and Mitch wouldn't have had such a tumultuous relationship if they had spoken to a marriage counsellor when they had their first son, Artie.
This is removing all of the good work that Talia Smythe and her boyfriend Ned have been doing to talk about how when you do marriage counselling or couple counselling, it doesn't mean that you're in a hard spot in your relationship.
Yeah, but we spoke about it at the time. Sometimes people leave marriage counselling or pre-marriage counselling until it's too late.
It's just a strange turn of events considering they only did the 9-week marriage counselling session at the end of last year, and they claimed that it completely transformed their relationship. Mitch even promoted the marriage counsellor at the start of the year on his Instagram, and when he did so, he actually revealed that Chloe was the one that wanted to do it. And he wrote, "As males, when you hear your partner wants to do counselling, you assume things are over. But in reality, it feels like a new beginning."
It is a bit awkward, particularly because this was an ad and they were talking about how much it's helped their relationship when clearly it hasn't been that helpful. Or as you said, Amy, maybe it's just been a case that they left it too late.
I think it's also obvious that Chloe is the one that has pulled the trigger and made the decision, particularly if she was the one that came to Mitch and said, "Look, we need to see a marriage counsellor."
I think what makes it sadder about her unfollowing Mitch on social media is the fact that even if they aren't together anymore, they are still going to have to co-parent their kids. So you want them to have a good relationship.
I'm sure it's just a brief thing. Like, obviously something has blown up and she's felt like she needs to block him or remove him. But
could this be a Sky Wheatley Lockie situation?
I hope so, because I love them together. I mean, this isn't the first time they've broken up. There's, they've had a long history of breaking up and getting back together. Remember the movie room situation?
Well, they've been together since they were teenagers, so it's not unusual for couples who've been together for that long to have some time apart, break up, get back together.
Well, and a lot has changed for them. I mean, they've got 2 young children. Mitch has returned to a 9-to-5 job.
I mean, Chloe's also sold her business and is a stay-at-home mum.
They found God.
Well, there's also been some financial struggles with the closure of Szep as well, so that all adds a lot of pressure to a relationship. I wonder how this is going to go for Chloe, because she has rebranded herself as a bit of a trad wife online. She's launched a Substack, which we spoke about a couple of months ago, which didn't receive a huge response online. I wonder if Chloe will open up about this potential breakup in her Substack, because she launched it a couple of months ago and she really branded herself as this trad wife and this stay-at-home mum.
Not to be that person, because I feel really sorry for both Chloe and Mitch, but we had a lot of backlash when we put up a TikTok discussing our views on trad wives and how we didn't agree with it being glamorized. And this is the issue. If you do break up with your partner and you are a trad wife, those years that you've spent in the home, it does set you back if you don't have other stuff going on. I mean, lucky for Chloe, she has other things to fall back on, but this was our very argument.
Yeah, but I also want to point out that I do do think that it is fantastic for kids to have a consistent parent in
course.
their life who does make the sacrifice to be at home with them and spend time with them, whether that is the mum or the dad, or whether it's shared equally, or there's other, grandparents at home.
I mean, I heard Abby Chatfield talking about it, I think it was last year, and she was saying this is why the husband should actually give money towards the wife's super when you're out of the workforce for a number of years, just in these kind of situations, because all marriages, unfortunately, they don't all last, or relationships. I know Chloe and Mitch weren't yet married.
Well, they've been together for 10 years and have 2 kids. They're basically married.
They are, in the eyes of the court.
I mean, I'm hoping this is a small blip and we might see them refollow each other and work through their relationship. Maybe we might see some more marriage counselling ads.